and we're going to jump right into today's lesson. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to grab a blank sheet of paper and divide it in half. So on one side of the paper, I want you guys to write things that you like to do. So there can be something like playing video games, or eating cookies, or hang out with your friends, okay? Things that you like to do, things that you enjoy doing. And on the other side, I want you guys to write things that you have to do. So there aren't necessarily things that you like to do, but things that you have to do, like going to school, or eating your vegetables because your parents told you to, because they're healthy for you, but they're not the most tasty thing to eat, but you have to eat it anyways. Or doing your homework, for example. So yeah, I already wrote down things that I like to do when I have to do. But for you guys, feel free to pause the video right here and then write your two lists down. So what you like to do, what you have to do. And then once you're ready, you can press play again and we can continue. Okay? So once you're ready, I'm assuming you guys are ready now. You're watching this video, pressing play. My list here, so for things that I like to do, I wrote reading, because I like to read books, playing video games, writing stories, listening to music, worship, hang out with friends, learning different languages, eating good food, playing with my dog, taking a good walk, a stroll. Alright, so those are some of the things that I really like to do in my free time. And I also have a list of things that I have to do, like going to work, for example, doing chores, or drinking lots of water. I actually don't like to drink that much, even though it's really good for my health and your health too. So it's really hard for me to drink water. So that's something that I keep in mind to do. And going to sleep early. Actually, I'm a bit of a night owl. I like to stay up late, but I can't because I have to wake up early in the morning to go to work. So those things I have to do. And also chores. Even though you get older, your chores don't go away. You still gotta do them. So things like doing chores, doing the laundry, cleaning the house. Not the most enjoyable things, but they're important. And so you have this list, right, of things that you have to do and things that you like to do. And we spend every day doing things on, these lists. We spend every day choosing the things that we do in our free time. And the more time we spend on something, it means that is the most important thing to us. So if, for example, hanging out with your friends is really important to you, then obviously you'll spend a lot of time, hanging out with them and getting to know them. And it's the same thing with people in the Bible as well. They also have things that they have to do, like working in the fields or going to work versus hanging out with friends too. And today we're gonna read Luke, a story in Luke chapter 12. And we're going to see about this man in this chapter and what is most important to him. So if you want to follow along, grab your Bibles and we're going to read this together. So Luke chapter 12, verse 13 through 21. So the parable of the rich fool. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." Then he told him this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I will do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid out for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up for things for themselves, but is not rich towards God." So what happened here? So in here we see there's this man who came up to Jesus and he said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Now back during Bible times, what a father owned, so his possessions, his inheritance, the money that he had, goes towards his son, and then it's divided between the sons. But usually the oldest son would get like more, like maybe twice as much as the younger son would get. And was how they did things. And we don't know the situation here, but it's possible that this older brother took everything from himself and didn't give anything to the younger brother. Or it's also possible that the younger brother, even though got quite a bit, he wasn't satisfied. He actually wanted more. But regardless of the reason, the fact that this man came up to Jesus and said to Jesus that, "Hey, please tell my brother to, give me more, to divide the inheritance with me," means that the most important thing to him was the money. And Jesus saw that for this man, money was really important to him, even more than his relationship with his older brother. And this is wrong. Jesus said that, hey, this is not okay, that your focus shouldn't be on money. And I'm not saying money isn't important. It is important. We need money every day. But our focus shouldn't be on money, but our focus should be on, being rich towards God instead. And so Jesus told them this parable. And Jesus tells a lot of parables, as you might have noticed, to illustrate his point. So he tells this parable, a story of this rich man who had all these crops for himself, but he didn't give them out to anyone. Like when you have a lot of money, you're called to give to other people, to share with your friends, to the poor, to the needy, or once you have something, do something with it, like go sell it at the market, or do something creative with it, work with what you have. But instead of this man, he was just like, no, I'm good. Like I have enough. I'm just gonna build big barns, store all this stuff, and I'm gonna be a couch potato all day and just eat and drink and be merry. And Jesus said, in this story, the plot twist is this man's life was going to be taken from him that night. Like there's even going to be a later or a tomorrow for this man. And the sad thing is, this man can't take any of his possessions with him. All of his crops that he's been keeping up for himself, he can't take that with him. And we can't take, our money or our toys or anything that we own. We can't take that with us either. So the most important thing is to focus on God and be rich in God instead. And so as the memory verse for this week says, which is Matthew 6:20, it says, "Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal." And so I want to encourage you guys to focus on God, to make God a priority, to choose to spend time with God, to get to know God and be rich in Him. So being rich in God, just, getting to know God, knowing what He wants you to do, having a relationship with Him, and being friends with Him, because that's something that will last for eternity, not just for when we're here on earth. And it will make your life on earth completely different too, like getting to know God and following Him. It will definitely make a difference in your life and make it more worthwhile, more fulfilling, more fun and exciting. So you have your list of things that you have to do and things that you like to do. So what I want you to do is carve out some time for God in your list. I don't want it to be, something that you feel like it's like a chore, like spending time with God is a chore. But I want you guys I pray that you guys will come to enjoy spending time with God and enjoy getting to know Him. That's something that you will choose to do every single day. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you guys have a great week ahead of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!